Try something here. We're gonna be live on YouTube today. I want to see what it looks like. So I I can always go and delete it later. That's tip number one. You can always delete anything you post, everybody. So don't be afraid to go live. We'll be live on YouTube today. So, but all right, everybody. I'm gonna mute the lines and then we'll get this party started. And then let's do this and then hit the record button as well. Hey everybody, we're back again. For all the people watching on YouTube, my name is Anthony Moreland, and me and my great friend, business partner Michelle Blanchard, we do this call every Wednesday morning to come and drop nuggets off that one that's helping us in our network marketing business, and that we believe can help you in your network marketing business as well. And we really talk to ourselves. I know for me, Michelle, every time I get on here, it's really like, wow. I'm not pointing the finger at nobody else. I'm always pointing the finger at myself and saying, hey, I can do this. And so over the really like the whole weekend and this whole week, these topics have really been hitting me. And so I'm going to share them with everybody because I've been working on them daily. I actually started putting everything into action this week, definitely. And so one, I want to start off with a question. I love starting off with questions. And my question for everybody is, and I want you to be honest. As a matter of fact, most time I tell you just to write it down and keep it to yourself. But in this case, I want you to put it in the chat of which one where you're at. So the question is, have you spent a lifetime focusing in on other people's dreams? Has it been a mixture of you focusing in on other people's dream and your dream? Or have you been focusing on your dreams completely? So which one are you? Are you a 1, 2, or 3? Have you been focusing in on other people's dreams? Is it a mixture of other people's dreams and your dreams? Or is it your dreams completely? I see some 2s, some 1s. And even if you're on YouTube, you could do the same thing, you guys, because that's the first thing. And as I was listening to that, when I heard that, I said, you know what? I got to share that with other people. One of my mentors has said it to me, and I was like, wow. See, so often we get caught up in working so hard to fulfill somebody else's dream that we forget about ours. That's why network marketing can be real hard for people to do outside of work, because they're so accustomed to, because in school, what they teach us, in school, they set you up not to go be a dream builder and live out your dreams. They set you up for everybody who has kids, grandkids, and everything like that. Ask your kids, did they talk about fulfilling their dreams at school today? No, they set the kids up to go one day go work for somebody else to help them build their dreams. And over time, we forget about our own. We put ours to the side. And so I want you to write that down, because I want you to realize that that's the first step. You got to realize that, hey, I've been working to build somebody else's dream and I forgot about mine. I forgot that I wanted to make sure when my kids got ready to go to school, they never had to worry about a dollar. They could go to any school that they wanted. That house that I wanted to build for my parents, I could do that. Oh, that my great grandkids, they never have to worry about money. See, whatever dream it is for you, that is your dream. It's yours. Don't let anybody stop you from dreaming. And so in your dream, I want you to be selfish. It's yours. God made everybody different. Michelle is different than me. Melissa's different than me. Val, you're different from Darla. Dr. Kenneth, you're different from Michelle. It doesn't matter who you are. Your dreams is your dreams. And never say, oh, well, that was my dream when I was 4 years old, but it's never too late to start dreaming. It's never too late to start doing it again. It's never too late to put something new into the atmosphere, And so that's why I want you to be selfish. That's why I want you to write it down. And once you write it down, and once you realize that you've been building somebody else's dream, then at least you can identify, you know what? I spend more time. And then if you are a number two, write it down. How much of that time, how much of that mixture are you? Are you a 60-40? Maybe you're 50-50? Are you an 80-20? You spend more time building somebody else's dream than you do your own. Where are you at? And see, when you know where you're at, that's the first step. You got to identify that. And then I want you to take that dream and I want you to put it in different places. If it's a car that you want, if it's a house you want, maybe you want to be able to have money in a bank account. So when your kids do decide to go to school, well, okay, what's that number? What's the number that you want to see in your bank account? So when it is time for the kids to go off to college, or it is time for you to take that vacation, you don't have to worry about, oh, I wonder how much money is in my account. Oh, I wonder how much we can spend on this trip. Oh, well, instead of going here, we can only go here. So what is your dream? Write it down, print it off, write it all over the place. You can do affirmations for it every single day. Whatever it is, you got to see it every single day. And you got to take that, and then you got to, now that's your thing. That's what you're going to look at every single day. And now we got to get down to it. So what's next? We all got these dreams of what we want we want our life to be like. What's next? Now the next thing for you is you got to make a decision. You literally got to draw a line in the sand and say, enough is enough. See, you know what I watch so many people do? They feel like they got all the time in the world. We all feel like we got all the time in the world to fulfill our dreams, and you don't. Let me be honest with you today. You do not have all the time in the world to fulfill your dream. Time is running out. Every day that you procrastinate, every day that you push off your goals and dreams to fulfill somebody else's goals and dreams, guess what? Your time is running out. Your personal time is going away. Every day, every second, every minute, every hour that you procrastinate and sleep in and go party and watch that TV show and do this and do that, guess what? Your time is running out for your dreams, for you and your family. Yours, not mine, yours. So you got to figure it out. Like, you got to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I got to make a decision. And see, when you make a decision, that is where you truly realize that, you know what? I got to do some things differently. Because when you don't make a decision, you're just going to play around with it. It's just going to be a hobby for you. This business can do wonderful, can do remarkable things. I watch people go from being homeless to multi-millionaire. I watch people living $20,000 in credit card debt to living the life of their dreams. I watch people also transform their health with products in your company, whatever it may be. We all have that. I've watched it. I've seen it with my own two eyes, and a lot of y'all have too. But one of the things they did that you haven't done, if you aren't there yet, it's because they made a decision that enough was enough. And so my question for you is, have you made a decision? Have you said enough is enough? I'm going after my next part, my why. What is your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you wake up? If you do got a job, why do you go to work? Most of you go to work for what? To get money. Or most of you have your own business of some kind to make money to do what? Provide for your family. But a lot of y'all signed up for this opportunity to change the things in your life. Whether it was more time freedom, whether it was more money, whether it was financial freedom, whatever it was, you wouldn't be watching a Zoom like this if you weren't trying to change your financial situation. Now, normally I mix in the products and, because I love seeing people get healthy. But today I'm going to talk to the people who want to transform their wealth, who want to go to the next level there. Because, see, this is where you got to understand. See, a lot of people say, oh, well, it's not about the money. That's crazy. Because if it wasn't about the money, you wouldn't take any government checks. If a government sent you a check, you wouldn't take it. You wouldn't wake up to go to your 9 to 5. You wouldn't open up your business doors. If it wasn't about the money, you wouldn't do none of those things. So get that out your mind. It is about the money. Money ain't evil. Money is good for you. It helps you do the things that you want to do. It helps you provide for the people that you want to provide for. It helps you give back more if you want to give back more. Yes, there's people out there who do bad things with money, but I promise you, the people that do great things with money outweighs the people that do bad things with money. I mean, that's just like guns. Guns don't kill nobody. People kill people. It's the same thing with money. The money ain't gonna make you bad. Some people are just bad people, and you just can't do nothing about that. There was bad people in the Bible, so you don't think it's gonna be bad people in your life? It is. It's gonna be bad people. So remember why you're doing it. Do you want your husband to only have to work part-time instead of full-time? What is it that you want? Why are you doing this? And that's the next thing. Because a year from now, where are you gonna be? A year from today is, I forgot today's date. Today is June 15th. It's probably midway through the year, right around midway through the year. 365 days from today, where are you going to be? Are you going to be in the same position, hoping and wishing things had changed, hoping and wishing you had more money in your bank account, hoping and wishing you could take your kids on that vacation, hoping and wish? Where are you going to be? I want you to write that down and think about that, because you got to determine that, not me. You got to determine where you're going to be at 365 days from today. Where are you going to be? Is your bank account going to be different? Because that's way more than 90 days. It only takes 90 days to make a change in your health, your finances, and your mental aspect. All it takes is 90 days. That's a whole year from today. So I don't want to hear you say, oh, well, I'm only going to be $500 more extra a month. No, that's thinking too small. You know, Les Brown said most people don't fail because they aim too high. They really fail because they aim too low and hit. It's not that they hit it so high and they miss, because put it like this: if you say you wanted to make $100,000 a month, and then at the end of the 365 days you making $20,000 a month extra, is that a bad thing or a good thing? See, you just put it up there high. But if you said, hey, I want to make $500 and then you only make it $200 extra a month, see, it's a difference. So don't be afraid to put it up high. You know, 365 days. That goes into my next part, setting the goal. What is your goal? What is your goal for the next year? What are you going to do? Everybody has corporate events coming up. Everybody has corporate promotions of some kind, whatever company you're in. For us, we're in New Age. And if you don't know about New Age, get back with somebody who shared this video with you and we'll tell you about it. And everybody sets a goal, whatever it may be. And then when you set that goal, now you got to do the most important part. The dreaming is awesome. Knowing your whys and making the decision is awesome. Knowing your whys is very important. Setting the goal, that's just giving you something to go for. But then you got to do the work. Yes, I said work. This is network marketing. It should just be all lowercase on the net and then work in capital letters. You got to go do the work. You got to go get on the phone with people. You got to invite people. You got to sit down. You got to do the work. Matter of fact, in everything, even if you want to lose weight, you got to do work. I watch so many people say, well, I'm just going to go get the surgery. You go get the surgery, and guess what? If you don't work after you get the surgery, you're going back to where you just were. I got friends and family that have done just that. They do the same thing over and over. It takes work for anything that you want in life. Think about it. Anything great, just think about your life. Anything great you've ever accomplished, it took work. To make straight A's, it took you doing some work. To get that first job, it took you doing some work. To get that first paycheck, it took you doing work. To get paid in network marketing, it's going to take you to do work. So you're going to have to make those calls. What is your daily action plan to reach that goal? What is yours? You got that dream and you made that decision. Now go do the work. You know, you guys, that's all I got from my portion. Now I'm going to pass it on over to my partner in crime, Michelle, and let her share her golden nuggets She told me what her topic was. So I'm gonna get my pen and paper and I'm gonna grab some nuggets from her as well. So Michelle, you can take it away.
Anthony, I love what you're talking about there with the work aspect of it, because one of the things that I see with kids coming up today and with the whole process of working for somebody else's dreams is I see a big lack of work ethic. People think that they can just show up and fill a seat, show up to work, and they think, oh, I just get a paycheck because I physically put myself at my workplace. But that's not how it goes. That's not how it should be. And if we are so focused on, showing up for somebody else and just doing the minimum. In fact, most people will do just enough to keep themselves from getting fired. They show up so that their employer won't fire them for being a no-call, no-show. And in a lot of cases, people just do the bare minimum to get what they need to survive. And if we will just decide that, you know what, that's not good enough. Like for me, I sometimes struggle with this aspect of my personality, and I'll tell you why. So I am an all or nothing kind of a person. And that can be good because when I go after something, I go full force. But I also can derail myself with my all or nothing tendency to be like, well, if I didn't give it 100%, should I even bother? And I'm going to tell you, yes, you should bother. And sometimes that all or nothing can get us off track a little bit because we'll self-sabotage. And for me, I will sometimes get in that place where I'm like, I'm working at something, but I'm not giving it 100%, or I didn't successfully complete it every single time. What's the point? Well, the point is when we continue working, when we continue taking action, whether it's perfect or not, when we build that muscle of habit of working for what we're striving for, then we move ourselves forward. And even the smaller steps, when we move ourselves forward over time, we're going to look back and we're going to go, wow, look how far I've come. And when we decide that, yes, this is something I want, I'm going to build this business, I'm going to change my financial future, there's a lot of things that are going to come against us. And sometimes, I would not say sometimes, all the time, there are going to be things that when we make that decision, they're going to come against us to try to derail us, to challenge our resolve and say, are you really? Are you really going to do that? Do you have what it takes to do that? And we have to protect our dream, our decision, our commitment. And sometimes protecting that means we don't share it with the people in our life who we know are the negative Nancys, who are the ones that say, oh, you've changed so much. When is enough ever enough for you? All of the doubters who sit there in our ear and try to derail us. And when that happens, I can promise you one thing, that is not about you. It is not about what you're pursuing. It is not about your goals and your dreams. It is about their own self-doubt. The fact that they don't want to see you excel in your endeavors because they feel like that reflects badly on them, because they like they're comfortable. They like they're just getting by. And when the people around them start excelling at something else and start pursuing bigger dreams and achieving success, why then they become aware of their own inadequacies, of their own lack of work ethic and drive. And so rather than step up to the plate, they try to pull us back. And so sometimes the protection of that dream simply means we don't share it with those people, right? When you know that someone is going to try to hold you back and pull you down, they don't need to know. You just go to work. You do what you need to do to build your dream, to become successful, to build the habits. And then later down the road, when you have that foundation in place, maybe then they get to know, because then it's solidified and there's nothing that their negativity can do to undermine it, because you've already established it. You've already created it. And sometimes that protection comes in the form of ourselves. Like, we got to protect it from ourselves. If you catch yourself with that internal dialogue that says, can I really do this? I want you to stop and arrest that thought and say, that's dumb. Why am I thinking that? Because we can get that little dialogue going in the back of our head, that self-doubt that can sabotage us in a hurry. And so it becomes very important that we take every thought captive, where when we start to wonder, can I do this? Am I, do I know enough people? Do I have enough time? We need to just set that aside and say, I'm choosing to do this. I'm making a way. I'm going to figure out what it takes to do this, and I'm going to get it done. And, I had somebody say something, it wasn't even directed to me, about 6 months back. She said something in a post that I felt like it was directed at me. And it made me question myself and my motives and second guess, why am I doing this? Am I really hurting people with this? Or am I truly blessing people? And it took somebody else, like, speaking it out loud. So here's another piece for you. If you find yourself experiencing doubt or questioning, is this something I can do? Talk to somebody in your circle here who can encourage you, who can shed light on what are the challenges that you're facing and how do we turn that into an opportunity for growth. So I spoke it out loud to somebody who I trust. And she said, that's not about you. Like, your motives are pure. That your heart is to serve and to help and to bless and to benefit. Don't take on somebody else's garbage. Just don't take it on. If somebody else throws the yuck at you or just puts it out there and you wonder, was that directed at me? Remind yourself that, it's not about you. They're putting their own yuck out there, and we don't have to receive that. We don't have to take that on. And so we have to put a shield around our hearts and our minds, the dialogue that we allow to enter our subconscious. And in that case with her, I just had to take a hold of that negativity that was thrown my direction, and maybe even not thrown my direction, right? We see people post stuff all the time that we feel in our own insecurities that it was directed at us. But to take control of that and say, I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to receive that. And that can oftentimes be a really good moment to reconnect with our why, with our motives, to remind ourselves, to go back and revisit, what am I really trying to do here? Who am I trying to bless? Who am I trying to serve and to benefit? And how can I do that in the most authentic way? Because it's very rarely the things that come at us in a full frontal assault that undermine us, that really throw us off track. It's the little comments, it's the little doubts, it's the little things that come where we say, it creates doubt in our mind. And that doubt is going to be the death of dreams if we don't put a stop to it and say, I don't receive that. Because we have a beautiful opportunity here. We have the ability to impact lives. And so if you find yourself hitting a plateau or in a rut, I want you to go back and sit for a while and think about, why did I start this? What do I want to use this for good? And how can I bless people around me with it? And sometimes what we've been doing worked great in the beginning, and now it's not working as well. And that can sometimes come into our subconscious and say, you see, it's not working. But what a great opportunity to come in from a business standpoint and say, okay, that's great. Now I can shift. Now I can learn something new. Now I can try a different approach and see how else can I grow this? What other skill can I become proficient at to help me in this journey? And so when we take that decision that says, yes, I am doing this, that is the biggest part of the battle right there, that decision piece of it, to say it's going to happen. Now it's just a matter of figuring out, what do I have to do to get there? And then surrounding yourself with people who are supporting that dream, who are helping you to build it, to grow you as a person. That is absolutely critical in the pursuit of building this business. It doesn't mean that everyone that's in your circle is in this company or pursuing the same dreams, but what it means is the core of the people who you take advice and guidance from, the core of the people who you talk to, who you surround yourself with their thoughts, with their mindset, with their energy, that those are the people who are helping you move forward in pursuing your dreams, in building this business, because there's going to be hard times. There's going to be difficult moments. And some people will see that and go, I'm out, I'm done. I can't stick with it through the hard. But I'm going to promise you that if we will stick with it through the hard times, if we will look at all of our challenges as an opportunity to grow, to learn something new, to become stronger, we will. But if we look at it and say, I can't overcome that. I've been told no so many times. Nobody's going to say yes. Whichever one we feed, that's what's going to grow. And so surround yourself with the people who help you build the dream. Make the decision that you're going to pursue it. And I like to say, pray like it's all up to God and work like it's all up to you. Because with that work ethic that is indomitable, with that work ethic that says you show up early, you stay late, you work harder than anybody else is willing to work, you do what it takes to get the job done, that is a rare attribute in today's society. And if you will take that position, if you will work at things in that way, it's just a matter of time until you achieve your goals and your dreams. And you will bless lives along the way. So, Aunt, that's what I have for us today. And it tied in perfectly with what you had. I love the way we're always on. We just track like that. You know, it always dovetails so well together. And so, guys, I hope that it's encouraging and helpful to you as you go forward with this Wednesday and the rest of your week. But just go out there and remember that work ethic. Build your dreams, not somebody else's dreams. Because we love you guys and we want to see you achieve them.
We want to see y'all succeed. And what I can tell you is don't put off today what you can do. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Remember that. Because a lot of y'all going to be like, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to start. Well, why not today? Why not today? Why not take 30 minutes today and start? Do something. You're on this call, you're watching this recording because you want to have success. So you got the dream, you made the decision. Now you got to go do the work. You got to have that work ethic, like Michelle said. What happened to that work ethic? You know, most of our parents and grandparents had work ethic. It wasn't nothing wrong with work. Now we have a vehicle that can allow us to have whatever type of life we want. We watch people do it every single day in this industry. Why not you? The only difference between them and you is that they made a decision to act onto their dreams. They stopped procrastinating and they got started. So quit procrastinating and go after what you truly want. Pick up that phone, that 10,000-pound phone that we always talk about. Pick it up, make the call, send the email, send the text message, whatever it is. Go find 3 people today and just say, hey, I just want your opinion. Can I have 15 minutes of your time? That's all you got to do. So we love you guys. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in live. Everybody that's we even have people on YouTube. I like this little thing. I like this. So we're gonna have to keep doing this, Michelle. So hey, I'm gonna unmute the line so you can tell Michelle how awesome she is because she is thebomb.com.
Incredible message, Michelle and Ants. Thank you.
Yes.
Welcome, guys. Have a great day.